This is Amanda with the McCracken County Public Library, and today I have my friend Dennis Stroot, and he's going to tell us about this very special boat that sits behind us. Tell us about that, Dennis.
Well, it's a 1968 Ranger boat. When Forrest Wood started the company in Flippin, Arkansas in 1968, he only built 6 boats that year. And this one is the only one known to be in existence. I found it from a family that I knew in Arkansas. I bought an old 69 Ford pickup from them, and the father came out and said, well, I've got a Ranger boat that'll go with that perfect. I'll sell you the boat too. And thought, well, I don't really need the boat, but I will take the truck. And I bought a real nice rust-free 69 Ford Ranger pickup. Well, a few years went by, and I started thinking about that old boat, and I thought, well, I'd like to have a Ranger boat, but I don't know if I could afford the $80,000 or more for a new fully rigged boat. And I remembered that old boat that the old man was trying to sell me. It was, he said it was from the first year of Ranger. Well, I thought, well, let's go take a look at that again. And he let us use it for the weekend, me and Debbie, and we went fishing and camping, and I talked her into it, so we went and paid him $1,200 for the boat. And on the way home, I decided to stop in the Ranger factory because it was just right down the road. And this boat had only gone 30 miles in its, life from the factory. And when we stopped in there, and I didn't really know anything about it, I thought, the first year of Ranger boat, it'd be a good conversation piece.
Right.
Well, we took the tour, and they told us that Forrest had only built 6 boats in 1968 and hand-laid each one himself. I almost started shaking, and I was gonna paint it myself, but I decided this is too valuable. I'm gonna have it restored at the factory. Well, Mickey Wood came out, Forrest's brother, and he came out and saw the little tag on the back and identified it. Said, yes, this is a 1968. And told me then that it's the only 1968 known to be in existence.
Now that's when it transitioned from into fiberglass, right?
Yeah, well, Forrest, he only made fiberglass boats. He had made a few for the river, the White River, and he was a guide. So,
Gotcha.
And that's when he started making fiberglass boats. And then when bass fishing took off, which he was a bass fishing guide on Bull Shoals Lake as well. And when the competitive bass fishing took off in 1967 with Ray Scott's first BASS tournament right up the White River on Beaver Lake. That's when Forrest said, I think I could make more money building bass boats than I can, river boats for trout. And so he did, and started this one here, he said, is set up for a guide because it's got the seats in the back. And it was before foot-operated trolling motors. So he had the regular motor in the back with the trolling motor on the transom mounted. And that's why I was thinking, this was probably his first boat that he made. The serial number says 01 on it.
Right.
So, it's just...
I know you're floored whenever and you've met a lot of important people through the years since you've had this thing. And when Forrest passed away, and that was he passed away shortly after he finished this, right?
Well, no. We had this boat restored in 1998. It was the 30th anniversary of Ranger boats. Now it's like over the 50th anniversary of Ranger boats. And he came out when I picked the boat up. His secretary called him and said, Forrest, there's a guy here with his 68 Ranger, just had it restored. You want to come up and take a picture? And he said, I'll be right there. Let me get cleaned up. And he was out riding his bulldozer making another lake on his property. So he came in, and we had a big picture-taking thing, and I'll get you the pictures of that meeting with him in 1998. And then I have pictures of him that I met throughout the years, at boat shows where he made appearances. And my boat was in the St. Louis Boat Show in 2001. And Ray Scott also came and he autographed the boat. Forrest autographed the live well. And then you got me Bill Dance's autograph on the lid. And it's just been a dream owning this boat. I've had it for now, over 25 years myself.
Right, right.
And with the truck, and it matches the truck too. So
yeah, it's definitely a conversation piece, and that story is one of my favorites. Being a bass enthusiast that I am, I love that story. So, and then I was floored when Nathan told me, when I heard about that, I'm like, how did I not know this story? I couldn't believe it. I knew Debbie from when I worked at the library in Metropolis, and she came to do crafts there. So, and I just love that story. And hopefully in a second, after we get done with this, we can pull the cover off and take a peek underneath. So, we can get some filming of, what the boat looks like. But this is just such a cool story and such a cool piece of history that, we have in our area that people don't even realize that, especially if you appreciate fishing and, the outdoors and that sort of thing. Of course, it's, you don't take it out and fish with it now, which that's understandable.
Not too much.
I'd be scared too.
Now, Forrest did, when they restored the boat, they actually added flotation in all the hollow spots. But the first boats did not have flotation in them.
Really?
And, I told my friend, I'm afraid to sink it. The guy that I bought it from, he said, we sunk this boat 5 times. But in clear Bull Shoals Lake, they were able to dive down, hook a rope to it, and pull it out with a 4-wheel drive truck, enough where they could bail it out.
No kidding.
And then they started putting flotation in the boats, but that was an innovation from Forrest Wood to keep boats from sinking.
Right.
And there's another little interesting story. Johnny Morris in 1972 almost drowned with a boat. They got capsized and stuff in there, but the flotation kept it up, and he was able to hang on to the boat. And another pro, I don't remember who it was it Rick Honeycutt? Somebody came by and picked him up and saved his life.
No kidding.
And brought him in, yeah.
I wondered if you had met Johnny Morris yet from Bass Pro.
No, that's my one goal. I got to get Johnny Morris to autograph the boat now, because he owns RangerBoat.
Right. Yeah, Johnny Morris. We gotta track him down. So yeah, that's good. That's goals. That's future goals for Dennis here. So Johnny Morris, if you see this video, you have to find us. Have your people call our people.
I can bring the boat to you.
Right. So, and we appreciate Dennis talking to us today. I love hearing this story. No matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cool story. And I know Deb was floored whenever all of that took place. Now, when you found this boat, wasn't it just kind of sitting
It was in a field, sitting in a field. Well,
with
out
stuff
by the
thrown
truck.
in it, right?
Yeah,
it was just kind of
they had junk thrown in it, and
it didn't look like somebody would have treated it.
Bad. Yeah, I had to think about it. It took me a while to figure, hey, I could pull all that junk out of there and make it look nice. And I was going to paint it myself until I found out, like I said, what it was.
Yeah, but you had
and then I had
a diamond in the
factory
rough there.
restored.
Right.
They made me a deal on it too. I got the whole thing gel coated inside and out for $1,500.
Wow.
But that was more than I paid for the boat too.
Right. And the seats, you had new seats that put in. And
the old employee, it was Forrest Wood's first employee, Claudia was his name. They were looking at it when I pulled onto the lot. The factory emptied and everybody came out and they're looking at the boat and wow, what year is it? This is an old one. And they said, go get Claudia. Claudia will know. Claudia come out and he says, yep. He looked at the tag too and he said, that's a 1968. He says, but those aren't the original seats. I've got the mold in my barn. I can make you some original seats for that boat. And I said, boy, how much would that cost? And it was $25 a seat. And I said, okay, go ahead.
Add that on to him.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you talking to us, Dennis,
sure.
And we hope, I know everybody appreciates and, got enjoyment out of this program today. And stay tuned, you guys. There's more to come. See you. Bye.